So we're here on our last day in Copenhagen. We've been here for about 9 days in total. We've seen a mix of places from palaces to castles to a lot of local eateries, but we've saved kind of the best for the last. So we're here at Grundtvig's church. It's known for its amazing Gothic architecture. So we're just going to go in, check it out, and start this day off.
About this church. It was actually built in a memorial of a hymn writer and an educator named Nikolai Frederick Grundtvig. That's how the church got his name. They actually made it as a memorial for him. They had a lot of architects kind of put in their proposals for a memorial, and they chose to build a church. Out of all of the ideas that they had ideas for statues and things like that, but they ended up building a church. The church is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually built of 5 million of these yellow bricks that you see, and the style is very Gothic, so they've built it in a way that the light comes in to kind of reflect that it's a sacred space. You won't really see any things that you'd see at a typical church, like you won't really see crosses or statues and things like that, but there is a huge wooden boat, and that's the largest in Denmark. It's kind of like a replica of the boat. I'm not sure what it's called exactly. I'll put that here somewhere in the video, but that hangs from on one side of the church, and the rest is absolutely beautiful. The second stop on our list today is actually the Carlsberg Brewery. We couldn't come all the way to Copenhagen and not try out some beer. Copenhagen's known to be the home of both Tuborg as well as the Carlsberg breweries. They're really big here in Copenhagen. Today we've got time for just one, so we've picked Carlsberg. They're also shutting down next year because they're being renovated apparently. So this is our last chance to go and have a look. Yeah, so we'll just try and figure out where we're going. Yep, so it looks like we've got to take a bus and then one of the trains from there. Okay, let's go. Stop number 2. This is the University of Copenhagen's Botanical Gardens. Now we were here yesterday as well. It was a little bit gloomy, so we decided to come back. The garden itself is beautiful. They've got hundreds and thousands of species of plants and fruits and a whole bunch of stuff, but we're actually here for something special. So they've got a huge glass house, and they've got like a butterfly exhibit, and that's where we're going today. Let's go. We're currently in the main farmhouse, which is a huge kind of space right in the center. They've also got glass houses on either side, and this particular section of it is super hot and humid. We're both sweating, and as you can see, my hair's all over the place. This is the giant bamboo, and there's a little note about it. So apparently they have to keep a close eye on it and keep trimming it several times a year. And on one occasion, it actually kind of bamboozled them and grew through the glass roof, and they had to replace the entire roof. It's so funny.
I didn't think I would ever find these again.
What are they? Oh, they touch me now. Can you go closer? up lunch from the supermarket. Nothing fancy, just some simple stuff because we've been eating really heavy stuff this whole week. We're now headed to Carlsberg, which we're very excited about. We're currently at Noaport station. We have to go all the way down to Carlsberg. It's not very far, just about 4 stations. About 5 minutes and we should be there. Oh wow! So, Visit Carlsberg actually holds the world's largest unopened bottle collection. Looks crazy. We just walked up, and as you walk up the flight of stairs, this is on your right side.
Generations and generations of alcoholism. So you can get jiggy at Christmas.
We just finished our self-guided tour at the Carlsberg. I know what it's called. It's not really a museum. It's more of
A brewery.
like a brewery and a mix of a brewery, and you can get some history about Carlsberg here. So essentially, it was founded by a guy called J.C. Jacobson, and then his son Carl Jacobson took over the brewery once he passed away. The building you see behind me is actually a 4-story granary. So in the olden times, that's where they used to store all of the barley that they used to brew the beer with. It's a nice day trip. Our entry tickets are about, how much are entry
100 kroner.
tickets? So entry tickets are about 100 Danish kroner, which is about 13 euro. So it's not super expensive, and if you're into history and you're into beer, this is definitely a good place to come. They show you the entire process of how they brew the beer, how it used to be, how they do it today, and you can also get a glass of free beer at the end of your little trip.
So you finally finished that tour at Carlsberg. It was a lot of fun, a different experience. We've been to brewery and distillery tours before, so we kind of were expecting the run-of-the-mill stuff. There is a lot of small corridors and small knickknacks that are not so common in other breweries. The encased collection of the beers, that was really, really unique, and that's definitely worth a visit. But all in all, I'm saying if you've been for a brewery tour before,
Yeah, it was just-
don't really recommend it. If you are going to check out the iconic Carlsberg elephants, they are, you don't need a car, you don't need to get a ticket to come and check them out. But unfortunately, since like most of this trip has kind of turned out, we've got a bit of construction around the elephants.
Yeah, so we turned up and we knew that the Carlsberg Center was going under renovation next year. From what they've said, it's around the 22nd of December that they're shutting down the whole thing, and all of 2019 it's going to be under renovation. We were really keen to see the Elephant Gate, and so we turned up. It's a little bit of a walk from the main center. And it looks like they've already began construction in this area. So it was a little bit disappointing, but I guess that's just how it is sometimes. You just gotta roll with it. We're at Copenhagen Central Station because we were on our way home, and there was a train that broke down on one of the lines, so we had to stop, switch, and now we're just trying to figure out how we're gonna get home. Our bus leaves in about 3 hours, so we're getting a little nervous because we have to go home, pack up, and then leave, but I think we should be okay. And we are now taking a bus. I think we'll still have time. I will definitely make it in time. It might be a little bit of a rush, but we're just waiting at the bus stop. That should take us all the way home, and we should be good to go. It's about 9 o'clock. We're just in the bus. We're leaving Copenhagen. We managed to reach on time. It was a big rush, so we didn't really get a chance to film anything. We should arrive tomorrow morning. It's a 12-hour bus ride. Yeah, that's about it. We really enjoyed our time here. as you've seen.
We were really pampered and relaxed, but it's going to be a rest couple of months.
Yes.
The next couple of months.
Okay, we'll see you in Amsterdam.